Hello everybody, welcome back to Automatic for the Collector. This evening I wanted to do another video that's actually another video response. I hadn't actually planned on doing this because the channel that's hosting this one I was not too familiar with, and I wasn't subscribed to it until actually this evening. But I've been seeing some other channels that are doing the video response and got some high recommendations for the channel that's doing the VR, and that's Signs of the Pastime, Hugo. So I went over and checked out Hugo's channel, and it looks like he's got some great stuff on there. So I'm excited to explore that channel further. But anyways, the VR that's going on is to show either one card that's your best pickup of the year, or maybe a few cards that are your top pickups for the year. And this kind of fits in really good with something that I was going to do anyways. I had planned on doing a video shortly to show some of the cards I picked up at a show I went to this past weekend. I got some pretty cool items. A couple of the items I actually showed in my last video, which was another VR for John at 3D80s Kid. But anyways, I came away from this particular show with a nice little stack of some really cool items. And actually one of the items I picked up at this show was maybe one of the best cards in my collection now. It's a card I've been hoping to find one day and add to my collection, and with a lot of cards that we admire or want to add to our collections, it's just a matter of waiting till the right time and finding the right price. So anyways, I picked that one up, and I'm going to save it for the last item in this video. But before I show this greatest pickup I got, I'm going to show you a few other items that were some great pickups I've gotten this year. Two of the items I actually got at this last weekend show, and then there's one other item that I got a few months ago. Anyways, the first thing I'm going to show you is I got this Diamond Stars card of Pepper Martin, and I made essentially kind of a trade for this at the show. It's in really nice shape. It's got a little bit of funkiness going on the back, a little bit of paper loss, and some sort of stain there. But other than that, the card is really nice. And this one's a 1935 Diamond Stars. I really like the Diamond Stars set, and I would like to pick up more cards from it. I already have a couple others in my collection from this set, but like most vintage stuff, it's not getting any cheaper. Everybody out there is aware of pretty much any and everything having to do with vintage baseball and vintage other sports, so it seems like there's no uncharted territory that you got to look for something and everything is just going crazy with popularity nowadays in the whole vintage market. But anyways, I think this is a really nice looking card, and I was happy to add this one to my collection. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you, actually, I'm going to skip over to something I didn't get at the show, but this is something I got off eBay earlier this year, and it's a 1957 Spick and Span Ernie Johnson from the Milwaukee Braves. I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned it on my channel, but I really like Ernie Johnson because when I was growing up and listening to Braves on TBS, he was one of the announcers for the Braves, and he was always my favorite announcer. So I never knew him as a baseball player. That was before my time, but I just had a real affinity for all of the Braves announcers. They were all really good, but for some reason Ernie Johnson was the one I liked the most. And so anyways, I picked this up. It was a eBay purchase, and I got it at a really great price. And one day I don't know how soon it will be, but one day I'm going to do a little bit of a Ernie Johnson showcase, because I've got some other cool items in my collection that are related to Ernie Johnson. But anyways, I was going to mention that a few videos ago as well, I showed a spick and span card that I got of Johnny Logan. It was a different year. I believe it was a 1962. But I took that show to, I took the Johnny Logan spick and span to the show as possible trade material. After I got it, there was some little staining dots on the front that were just kind of bugged me. They were little brown splotches, and they were pretty noticeable. So I wasn't super attached to the Johnny Logan, so I took it to the show, and actually it was what kind of helped me get this Pepper Martin card. I actually sold the Johnny Logan to the dealer, and then I noticed he had the Pepper Martin in his showcase, and it turned out he took an offer I made, and I had to give him just $10 more to get this Pepper Martin. So it was almost an even trade, the Johnny Logan spick and span for the Pepper Martin here, and I think I came out pretty good on the deal. Okay, moving on. The next thing I've got is one of the favorite cards I picked up at the show. Although there were a lot of great items, I saw this near the end of the first day. I went Friday and Saturday, and this is a 1940 playing card of The Wizard of Oz. And from what I can gather, this was like a playing card set to play a game with. And I'm going to shout out Shoebox Legends yet again. It seems like I'm always referring to Shoebox Legends, but Shane and my collecting styles are somewhat similar. It seems like we both like a lot of the same type items. And a while back, he showed a card on his channel that was actually the header card for the playing game set. So as you can see, this card has a big number 4 on it, and they came with different color numbers and little diamonds for different parts of the game, but this is just one of the cards in that game set. And I really like the header card that Shane showed on his channel, but when I saw this sitting in a showcase, it just jumped out at me, and I did a little bit of trading to get this. So this is in just a really neat item, I think. There's the back of it. But anyways, I've looked at some other of these cards just to do a little research after getting it, and they all have really cool images on them. So there's that. And then lastly, the big card of the year for me, the big card that I picked up at the show, is none other than the Pistol Pete Maravich rookie. And this is a great looking card. It's graded a 3 because there's just a hairline crease near the bottom left portion of the card, but overall it presents very well. It's nicely centered overall. Nice and clean looking. So I couldn't be happier to have this one. And This may be about the best rookie card I have in my collection. I really like Pete Maravich. I never got to see him play in person, but I've seen some video clips, and he did some really cool looking stuff on the court. And one other quick story, if I can fit it in here, is I saw this card near the very beginning of the show when I went in, and I never like to make a big decision or big purchase right away. So I walked around so I could check out all the other booths, and then when I went back, this card was gone. And I asked the dealer, I said, "Did you sell the Pete Maravich?" And he said, "I sure did." So he ended up knowing the guy. He called him, and the guy was willing to sell it back. So I got the card essentially for what the other guy sold it for. And I thanked him several times for being willing to do that. He could have said, "No, it's mine now," and too late. But he was a really nice guy, and he didn't seem too concerned for letting it go. So it really worked out great in my favor. But anyways, there you go. There's my best card of the year, I would say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And as always, I appreciate you watching. And we will talk to you next time. Take care.